Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Gervonta Davis made a bold statement ahead of his fight with Frank Martin. "I will win this fight. Whenever I tell people something is going to happen, what then happens?" Gervonta said. "I haven't even hit him yet, so what will happen when I do? He will see it on Saturday. What does he have to show that could possibly surprise me? Martin is afraid of fighting me. He doesn't care about winning. He will just try not to get knocked out," Davis declared. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis shared his expectations for the upcoming fight against Frank Martin. Gervonta and Martin will fight on June 15th. The bout is scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. Central European Time. For the WBA lightweight champion, this will be the first fight since April last year, when he scored a stoppage victory over Ryan Garcia. Martin gained attention in 2022 with a convincing victory over Michael Rivera in a clash of promising fighters. In 2022, he secured a hard-fought win against Olympic medalist Artyom Kharatounian in a WBC eliminator bout. Gervonta Davis vs. Frank Martin odds prediction time. Boxing picks best bets from boxing expert Peter Koch just locked in the Frank Martin vs. Gervonta Davis picks and best bets for Saturday's fight in Las Vegas. Another high-profile championship boxing matchup featuring undefeated fighters take place on Saturday, as WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis meets Sargani contender Frank Martin. Their 12-round showdown tops the main Gervonta Davis vs. Frank Martin fight card, 8 p.m. European time, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Davis returns to the ring for the first time in more than a year. In his last performance, he stopped then undefeated prospect Ryan Garcia in the 7th round of their April meeting last year. Martin is a versatile fighter whose last outing resulted in a 12-round unanimous decision against Artyom Kharatounian last July in Las Vegas. Davis is the real favorite, while Martin comes back in the latest Gervonta Davis vs. Frank Martin odds. Before making any Frank Martin vs. Gervonta Davis picks, just thinking. Koch is a true boxing insider who has his finger on the pulse of what's going on inside and outside of the ring. Who wins Gervonta Davis vs. Frank Martin? Expert predict the winner. Tank will be defending his WBA lightweight title in the fight, and we will also have plenty more action this weekend. We've got our prediction in for Gervonta vs. Frank Martin. I think Martin will be in this fight on the cards for a while. Maybe Davis to be tentative and calculating, as he pretty much always is, said Scott Christ, and he will fill out Martin's speed, timing and defensive responsibility for half the scheduled distance. But Gervonta has the game-changing power, and Martin doesn't. It will make the ultimate difference, but it won't be the only thing. Gervonta is just a better fighter. Davis TKO. The next one, Will Esco, boxing expert. I have already alluded to this in some previous posts, but while Martin will come into this fight focused and in shape, I think the experience disparity will play a part in this fight. I think this is important because Martin is not a really big puncher, so this fight will likely make its way into the back half. Once we start getting to the later rounds, I believe Gervonta will have already started to wear on Martin, and it will be a matter of time before he gets caught with a big one that spells the end for Martin. Basically, I think Martin didn't win this fight. The next one, John Hansen. Gervonta Davis is an eye test great, but his fame and financial leverage make his greatness mostly eye test only. He won't fight anyone the real threat unless it's on unequivocal terms of timing. Frank Martin didn't seem to really want this fight a year ago, but finances or the lack of other options have brought him to it now. Should we expect a shock upset in the matchup between the guy who didn't want it in the first place and the guy who wouldn't have taken it if there were any serious doubts about the outcome? No. Gervonta Davis the winner, TKO 8th round. The next one, Patrick Stamberg. I really think Martin's going to make Davis work. His speed is among the best in the division, his jab is crisp, and there is no telling how Gervonta Davis' layoff and stint will affect his performance. If Gervonta timing is not there, I can definitely see Martin building the victory. At the same time, it's hard to get or how thoroughly Artyom Kharatounian fighting Martin. I see this going somewhat like Gervonta fight with Ryan Garcia. Martin comes out hot, but Davis wins this fight. Gervonta Davis sets sight on 3 fighters who stand in the way of his boxing goal. Baltimore's Gervonta Davis defends his WBA lightweight world title against fellow undefeated southpaw Frank Martin this weekend. From then, it's unification he is focused on. Gervonta faces Martin on Saturday, June 15th at the MGM Grand, Las Vegas. It's the champion's first outing since a statement win over Ryan Garcia last April, and fans will hope the start of a period of better activity after he escaped the Grand rivals and accused the promotion of being poor. Davis showed up to the press conference to goad Martin. Speaking to the media, he said, of course, he wanted to be undisputed at 135 pounds soon. That means 3 unification fights against the division's current top dogs. Shakur Stevenson WBC. Shakur Stevenson won the vacant WBC title in an underwhelming points victory over Edwin De Los Santos after previously undisputed Devin Haney decided to move up to super lightweight. He has a defense next month against former Martin opponent Artyom Kharatounian. Shakur and Gervonta have been engaged in a prolonged back and forth through the interviews and social media, with both men verbally agreeing that the fight is coming soon. Fans may take a little more convincing. You don't fight nobody. Gervonta Davis and Errol Spence trade words in heated agreement at press conference. Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin. Tony Bellew gives his verdict on a huge lightweight clash. Gervonta Davis is back in action. Gervonta Davis is one of boxing's biggest attractions, and I'm looking forward to seeing the heavy-handed star back in action this weekend. Gervonta will take on Frank Martin with the world lightweight title going to the winner, and I think this has all the ingredients to be a brilliant fight. Gervonta was always going to be a big name because he is a huge puncher and he is got an nasty streak to the way he fights. His association with Floyd Mayweather helped him get to that position a lot quicker, but I knew from watching him early in his career that he was eventually going to be one of the best fighters the sport has to offer. After he stopped Ryan Garcia last year, Davis' career has gone to another level, as he was able to take part in a marquee fight and grab himself a big win. Garcia has gone on to register some notable victories since then, so the Davis result looks even better now, and this is where he has to push on. Being a puncher who usually blows his opponents away makes it hard to back against Davis, but I think this fight could be harder than people think. Martin is a quality operator with a solid pedigree, and if Davis isn't at his best, this could be a long night for him. Martin is hungry for this fight, but he could be in for a very harsh realization when the first bell goes. It's too hard to back against Davis, as he is the fighter with the pro class. But he's going to have to be at 100% because I really like Martin. Gervonta can get himself a late stoppage win, but don't be surprised if he is behind under the scorecards when that moment comes, Bellew said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.